Good morning, it is day 70 and I am chilling on the balcony. Look at those views, soaking up some moisture. Not too hot today, but I feel my skin needs some fresh air. And I'm having some amazing Asian pear, which I love. They're so juicy and crispy at the same time. But being up at such height, we're looking down, it looks like you're looking onto those like model villages. It doesn't feel real, and you've got these little cars dotting around the place. So cute. But yeah, today we're gonna head into Kuala Lumpur city, which is just there. A little stroll and check it out.
So as you can see, and maybe I can't, I have an inflamed under eyelid. So hopefully some soap bars will sort it out. They usually do. But yeah, my eyes, they're just not great. But we're not going to let it stop us. We're getting out there and in the mix, and we're going to explore the capital city of Malaysia, Kuala Lumpur. A city that's seen incredible growth. It's one of the fastest growing cities in all of Southeast Asia in terms of population and financially. In 1895, it covered just a quarter of a square mile, and this is now ballooned to 94 square miles. And it has a population of 2 million as of 2020, and the wider Klang Valley has a population of 8 million. So it's comparable to London in terms of size. It initially grew because of the tin industry, and this was the point along the Klang River where goods and services could be dropped off to support that industry. Then the rubber plantations and industry took off and further fueled the growth. It's a city that has seen initial problems. Perhaps when cities grow so quickly they do. They lack planning. So initially it was made of wood houses, and sanitation was a problem. So fire and disease were rife. This has now been sorted out to a degree, because although it truly is a first world city and the infrastructure is insane, these flyovers and just big mega projects everywhere, Shane said it was actually overdeveloped and super confusing to try and navigate. So we got lost a couple of times traveling around by car. So we're going to stay firmly on foot today, and we don't learn. We've come out approaching midday, so hopefully all those purse snatchers tucked up in bed and don't like the heat like the dogs.
Straight ahead. I've bumped into your mate. Oh. As well as doing some sightseeing, we are on the way to the mall because I am on the search for a hard drive. I need some storage. But yeah, we're going up to the Pavilion, which is the big tower there, just at the base of it.
And we've just walked past Bukit Bintang there, see, I can remember it now. Yeah, there's a fair bit of homelessness here, and it was a little bit shocking really. A couple of dudes literally lying naked at the side of the road. Yeah, I'm not used to seeing that, and yeah, everyone carrying on business as usual, but yeah, that's really, really strange for me. So I think we definitely win when it comes to doing roundabouts, but when it comes to multifaceted road crossings at intersections, yeah, Asia have got it on lock.
Look at their walking hands. So we are starting to enter the mall. The pavilion's right in front of us, and there's just the big brands: Armani, Rolex. And yeah, this is the Marriott where I stayed last time I was here, and where I met Nav on the first night. But yeah, what do you think? It's your first time here?
Yeah, so we walked through, I guess, an area that felt a little bit like Leicester Square, and we've made it into the high-end area, but I'm not going to lie, it was quite shocking walking through there for me.
All the homelessness and stuff.
Yeah, we kind of walked past a couple of guys completely naked, just lying on the side of the road. Kind of walked around the corner, and then there was a lady who had 2 kids with her, and I don't know, probably like a 1.5-year-old, literally just lying in the floor in a pool of its own dribble. It was, yeah, quite shocking. That was shocking for me.
Yeah. Shop on the top.
Not a fan of Super Chav myself, but I guess I know what relative prices are. So a little wander through Superdry, and the prices, I think, kind of the same as the UK. So for a pair of trousers, 65, jeans, 85, shirt, £30, and a button-up shirt was 55. So yeah, I think the same.
Oh, we do like a price comparison. But yeah, I think we've come to the conclusion, any sort of major brands, worldwide brands, the prices are going to be the same wherever you go. They just convert it to their currency.
So now we know that we can stop coming into these malls.
I need to find a hard drive. Oh, hold on. Tim is a big fan now, look. Can't stay away.
So is Sarah going to bite the bullet and get a pair of Croc Light Rides? I think she should, if I'm honest. Quick price comparison compared to Thailand, it's £65 as well. So yeah, it's always the same price. But I want a different colourway. So yeah, cool. Are you selling a lot of them? Not really. You are. Well, anyway, have a good day. Yeah.
I think he's just shy to speak English.
Maybe people don't come in quite as enthusiastic as Crocs as I am. I was kind of selling them to him.
I know.
How many people buying them? And he sort of said no. So it should be.
I think you need to go
Crazy
and find...
Western man loves the Crocs.
I know, you need to go and find a job here. It's been a while since I've got my Shazam app out, but this is a tune and I've got to do my playlist, so
So we found an authorised Mac dealer, and as Sarah deals with her hard drive uploading issue, I'm looking at AirPods. Mine died, and it looks like for a replacement it'll be 85 quid, so not as bad as I thought it would be, but still a bit of a wound if I'm honest.
So we are here on level 1, the food court in the pavilion, and it's very different to the food court that I came last time, and I think that's somewhere in a different part of this mall, and they had different cuisines from around the world. But here it's really interesting because they have the individual dishes, so you don't have to get overwhelmed by a massive menu. You just go straight to the dish that you want, and normally they have variations, so you pick up the number, you get the number of that dish, and then you go to a central place here and pay, and then they come and bring it to you, and then you just eat, nice and easy. Oh, it's like Christmas come early, so I have ordered the pork dim sum and the shrimp prawns dim sum, and These are my favourite, the shashi buns, which are pork as well, and we have 2 levels of those.
Oh, nice.
All right, let's go.
Yeah, that wasn't too bad,
Oh, thank you. So I'm struggling. Hot. This dim sum is very, very good. Good temperature. Tim thinks it's a bit too hot.
No,
He had to
I
wait.
like it. I like it. It's come really hot. I'm happy to wait for a little bit before I eat it. But they saw me struggling with my chopsticks, and they came and gave me some cutlery. I feel a little bit offended, to be honest. But then I just fumbled around with the chopsticks while kind of they were watching from the counter there, and dropped the dim sum in with the sweet chilli.
My friend Nav recommends this place to go and look for a hard drive. 3-4 floors of tech and gadget. I'm going to be here for a while, so. Wow, look at all of those. It's crazy, they have a mall dedicated to technology. I mean, they say hard drives on floor 3 and 4, so we're going up. We're just heading back to our apartment now, and the heavens look like they're about to open. But the sightseeing trip turned into a bit of a shopping spree. I've got my 2 terabyte hard drive, 250 ringgit, which is about 40 pounds, because I need the storage. And it was like a geek heaven, a whole mall dedicated to tech geeks like me. So yeah.
Yeah, joy of joys, malls and technology, 2 of my favourite things. So yeah, we've done it now. So hopefully you've got everything you need.
Yeah, I have.
And we beat the rain at least. We beat the rain. So we've made it back to the hotel. Just one last stop for Sarah. And I mean, this is a great view, isn't it? You've got the Catholic Church, the Merdeka building, all kinds of duality I can see in that. I don't know which is good, which is bad. I don't know. You decide. What did I make of my trip into Malaysia? I mean, it's a trip into a busy big city centre with lots of retail. The mall was amazing, I'm not going to lie. It was huge, and it had all the brands you can imagine, everything from the West to the highest end you can imagine. I walked down the watches sector, and it had Patek, Rolex, Omega, everything you can imagine. So yeah, shoppers, thank you. A shopper's dream. But yeah, I've seen it, and possibly don't think I'll probably be heading back myself.
I was going to say shopper's dream, but Tim and Sarah's nightmare.
No, you love it. Don't lie.
No, I'm not a big shopper. I've got a headache now.
No.
I did like the tech, but I can't buy too much tech, but I can't carry it, so I can't get too excited.
That was Sarah's special thing that she had arranged on the slide. She knew I'd never agree to it, going to a tech mall. It hasn't started raining yet, but the thunder is rumbling. Lightning strikes have been hitting across the horizon. I'm hoping I'm going to catch one. And there's the sound of the call to prayer bellowing across the city, intermixed with the sounds of the cityscape and the odd police siren. It's an eclectic mix of sounds, and like I've been saying, a balcony like this is amazing. I'd love to have something like this, perhaps looking over London one day. While hanging out with Shane yesterday, he educated me a fair bit about Malaysia and what it is to be Malay. And this is an ethnicity, and it is different from to be a Malaysian, which is it's a nationality. Malaysia is a country that was part of the British Empire, and it gained its independence in 1957. When this happened, Singapore, which was then part of Malaysia, went its separate way. It was majority Chinese, and they chose to become their own entity. And East and West Malaysia, they decided to become their own entity, Malaysia. So yeah, it's majority Muslim here, but there is obviously a big Chinese minority here, and obviously in Singapore there's a big Muslim minority. Shane says that there are tensions here and there, but on the whole everyone seems to get along. Everyone just wants to get by and make a living and go about their business, which is really good to hear. And he says there are no calls for any kind of reunification or anything like that, so everyone seems happy with how things have worked out. Maybe the British are, I don't know.